Hey guys, Mark from Gunpla Network here, and welcome to my review of the Master Grade X-2 Gundam Crossbone Verkar. As you can see, spinning right here in front of us. Big thanks to Gus from Side 7 Exports for sending this kit my way. It wasn't one I was expecting, like I said in the unboxing, but pleasant surprise considering I'd built the real grade. So if you want one of your own, check out the link in the description below. Don't forget the discount code, and let's dive into the review. Now we'll take a step back here and go one back into the inner frame. So while it has a mostly complete and detailed inner frame, as you can see here, not bad. A couple of nub marks here and there places, but some more sanding and paint would definitely help this kit look great. Because it's missing the core fighter inside, that's just what it looks like, so you do actually have to put the armor and stuff on. I guess you could try and leave it on. I looked at reference images for frame only, and yeah, this is kind of what it looks like. Not bad. The white pieces on the chest were a pain to clip in, but otherwise, not bad so far. Here it is. So, as you can see from mine, I did some painting. I kind of wanted to show you what it would look like if you put in just a little bit more effort. So all of the yellow pieces are now in gold. Now, this is SMS, or Scale Modeler Supply gold. It's kind of like a dirty gold. It's got a jet black or camo black underneath. And I figured that just went with the pirate theme. You kind of want this nasty, dirty, not this super shiny, bright gold. And I reverse washed the eyes, and I put silver on the skulls. Now, you are meant to have a decal on the chest there, but I went with the skulls. Okay, now here is the X-2 Gundam and everything it comes with. So you got the core fighter, pilot figure, and a ton of accessories. But let's dive in now and take a look at all of those. First up, the core fighter. What can I say? It was a slight pain to build over the RG, only because you can see all the bits that are gold there mostly should be a sticker, and that was a crap ton of masking, guys. I won't lie, I was a bit overwhelmed. Yeah, you know, I paint, I modify stuff, but masking is not my favorite chore. You kind of had to set in for the long run for this one, so I think it looks much better than a sticker or yellow, but just be prepared to put in that extra effort to make it extra good. Okay, so the core fighter itself is detailed, it's posable, it's got a little pilot figure in there over the RG, I might add, which doesn't come with one. Talking about pilot figures, here we are, and this guy's name is in French. I will not be trying to pronounce it. I do not want to butcher it. But going on there, it's kind of hard to focus on him because there's a lot of black and stuff. He's got yellow hair. It's pretty much a dark blue bordering on black pilot suit with some grey. I need to go back and do some touch up, as you can see on that, but that's what he looks like. And he has an eye patch, just to go with his pirate theme. Pretty detailed overall. That white base piece though was something I stuck on. That's a piece of pla plate. Here is the Buster gun. Who doesn't love a pirate themed flintlock pistol on a giant robot? What more can you say? So there probably should be a sticker on the end of the scope there, but I elected not to use that for now. Once again, masking and painting. As you can see, I missed a little around the trigger butt there, but so far, so good. Otherwise, that would all be stickers, guys. Unfortunately, while this is a Verkar kit, it is very, very heavily stickered to get the color correction on the core fighter and the weapons. The chest were actual yellow pieces inserted, and the kneecaps were yellow pieces inserted. Not too bad. But the rest of it, you have to actually mask off and paint or put stickers on, which I assume would peel off and suck. Alright, this is the beam Zamba. So it's basically like his giant pirate beam sword, which is awesome. Let's face it. It's very articulated, works well, but once again, all of that gold should be a sticker. I masked off and painted it. Yeah, the hilt pommel piece at the end there is actually separate, but the rest of it, like the plate at the front, the guard, that was a masking job. That one wasn't too bad because you could stick a piece over and use your knife blade to cut it out, but the rest of it was a bit, yeah, it was okay. Now, if you take these two pieces, they convert into another weapon called the Zen Buster Rifle. So, fold that back. Spin that around. Lock it forward again. Take the flintlock pistol. Fold the guard up, trigger down. Lock in like that, and now you have a beam rifle for a pirate. Not bad. So here is the Zen Buster. Just give you a detailed look spinning around. All in all, not bad. Like I said, you can see though how much effort you have to put in to make this thing look semi-decent. Just the amount of yellow stickers they're going to palm off onto you, I thought was pretty unreasonable. Now I know this kit is, I can't remember what we said. We'll put the year up here, but yeah, I know it's older, but still. Okay, so the Shot Lancer. I like the weapon. It is really cool looking. It's actually bordering on a knight theme, not quite pirate, but I love it. It's great. It can slide out a little bit on that steel pole or grey looking pole. It's a beam rifle and a pointy weapon. Awesome. But once again, there's a piece inside that's gold there. That's actually painted, so the rest not too bad. The dark blue, the purple. I'd go black and a light purple, but that's just me. It's terrible to attach. The hands suck for holding, and it is a disaster when you're trying to hold it. Good looking weapon though. Alright, here's the rest of like the accessories. So you've got your scissor anchors, you've got your beam shield, heat daggers, and effect parts like for the Zen Buster. The Zen Buster, Beam Zamba. Beam sabers, and the beam knuckles that fold down around over the fists for punching. Very cool effect parts. And nearly done with the accessories because there was a lot. This is the alternate side skirts, which contain a hilt for the grapples, which you get there. So you actually do get two fully sets of side skirts included. Now, I didn't want to display with that so far. I mean, look, I'm probably never going to ever use those grapples and stuff, so they'll end up in a zippy lock bag. But it was really cool of Bandai to include two full sets of rear skirts there for that. Ooh, I'm seeing a couple of nubs on the corners that still need a bit of nano filing down. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. So they kind of just pull to the side and pull out, and then those bits can go on top for the grapple, or you could use the chain with them. Lastly, the cloak. The cloak and I don't get along. Probably never be posed with it. You'll see one later, but for now. I'm not 100% sure what to say. I dig the vibe of the cloak. Like, I like the pirate theme and everything with it, but the cloak itself is just not as good as the RG cloak, which is much better. It's semi-weathered for you already. All the kind of holes and everything you see on the sides are fine. The middle hole I made for the core fighter to poke through, and the weathering around the edges and stuff was me. You can see into the core fighter there. And like I said, the silver skulls you're seeing on the chest there are included, but they don't tell you how to put that on. There's actually a separate opening hatch there that you can see. So you get two hatches, tops and bottoms there for the chest. But I decided I liked the skull and crossbone better. Or the Jolly Roger, I think it's referred to as. I kind of like that Macross theme it's got going on, like Skull 1. But overall, there it is, spinning with the core fighter in. And it's actually alright, it's not too back heavy at this point. It's standing. Okie dokie, let's talk about the articulation. Alright, so there you go. I painted those pieces there, painting there. Oh, I should mention as well, I actually painted those four pieces on the shoulder, front and back. Black and gold, that's a matte black, and that's probably the way I'm going to paint the whole kit in that matte black instead of the navy blue sort of theme. Eventually when I get to it. And then I may use a light purple or a grey with the other bits there. That's a reverse wash on the eyes, and that mouthpiece moves down, which we'll get to. Okay, so on the neck there, it's just kind of like sitting over a peg, and it can rotate back and forward. It's got top and bottom movement. You can go all the way around. There were a couple of bad nubs on this kit, I won't lie. It was they're in inconvenient places. If you're painting, not bad at all. Alright, so for the arms, you can go up to just above parallel. Move the shoulder out of the way, you can get better up there. You can pull out a little on the joint, but be careful, mine did pop out when I was doing that earlier. So you can go forward there. And so that pops out and it gives it that kind of mechanical feel. There is the exposed area inside without the core fighter. Now the arms, you can get a pretty good bend, double bend there in the elbow, got some detail on the inner frame. There is the back covers there which will hold things like the shield on the back of the forearm. They do flip around. The hands are atrocious. I do not like the hands on this kit. I think it needs some, they kind of pop out at the joint knuckle things. It'd be much better for some solid hand changes. I'm struggling with that a little bit. Yeah, there you go, you can get it around. I think I've meant to twist the wrist a little bit more, but there you go. And they're not too loose on the back of the forearm. Surprisingly, this kit felt a little bit more solid than I was expecting and led to believe from other reviews. It's got a kind of an ab crunch, a twist a little bit, but you will hit the side skirts and the front skirts and the back skirts. The front skirts are just in on a peg, so that's where the weapon's attached for the hilts. The front skirt is just there on a peg into there, and it'll open up and show you the ball joint for the top of the leg. You can go like that. Now, remember the front skirts are the two-piece ones which open up for the clamp. The back skirts here now are just the solid back skirt. Same deal as the front skirt, in on a peg. Got some detail underneath. And that's the swappable back skirt which we were talking about earlier. So you can actually open that up, and you can use either the black flexi wire which came with it. I think you might even be able to get the, maybe. Yeah, no, probably the black flexi wire is what you want to use for that. And that's the Grapple Hilts, like it's got those little three-prong things we saw. Now the front skirts will open up. Maybe just take that off. And that's for the grapple chains. So when you chain out of that front skirt there, pop that in there and this opens up, and that becomes your grapple claw that you can grab onto another mobile suit and pull them in, as we saw with the real grade before that I reviewed. And that's really cool. I like the transforming front skirt, and you know what? It actually stays on really well. I'm surprised. Bandai's engineering from a decade or so ago. Fantastic. It actually works. Alright, now the legs. You can get a pretty good leg pose up there, even though the front skirt's a bit long and in the way. Those gold parts are painted. Oh, there goes the front skirt. You get a twist, it's a peg into just a socket there. Nice bend, showing some more inner frame. The skirts don't really move a lot, and unfortunately on this one, this left outer ankle, I don't know why, but the ball joint won't stay attached into the frame. Hopefully they'll tighten up when I paint it. But there is a little bit of detail, flexes up there at the toe, not down though. Side skirts don't, sorry, the ankle armor doesn't really move, and there is a piston gimmick in the ankle, but like I said, mine is not locking in there for some reason, so hopefully when I paint that I might have to add a touch of glue. And you can go all the way back as well. Comparison time. Here it is with the real grade X1 Gundam. Now, essentially the X1 and the X2 were just, for this one, the Vercar, not the Kai, were just recolors with minor differences, and obviously the Shot Lancer, because this has the beam Zamba and the Buster gun, as you can see there, and that's the way I had him displayed with the cloak on. Unfortunately for the real grade, you didn't get the choice of a skull and crossbone on the chest, but then I also didn't have to paint the yellow, like a lot of it was separated parts, not like the X2 MG, or the X1 for that matter, where you have to do a lot of painting or use a lot of stickers. So take what you will there is a trade-off. I think the real grade just edges it out over the master grade. It is a much more solid kit with a lot more separation. Here it is for the core fighter comparison. So you've got the X2 MG Vercar, you've got the real grade X1, and just because I had it out, I threw on the 3.0 RX-78 core fighter there. So the real grade is completely standard, whereas the 3.0 has painting on the thrusters, decals, and the pilot figure. Same with the X-2. That has some painted pilot figure, some painting on it to make it look a bit more color accurate. Oh, and this was the Gundam base edition. Look for that review in our list if you haven't seen it already. But there's your comparison. So obviously the X-2 MG is much bigger, but in terms of actual sizing, not too far off each other. Here it is with the 1 Year War Master Grade RX-78, which I recently reviewed, also from Side 7 Exports, if you want one of your own. For a size comparison, so obviously later UC, which is where the Crossbone is from the Crossbone Vanguard, the Mobile Suit's got smaller. So while the Gundam 1 Year War is an 18.2 meter tall Mobile Suit in size comparisons, the Crossbone is a 16.4 or 16.2 Mobile Suit. So there's the height difference there. Okie dokie, here he is, posed in the air with those chains and the beam fists that you can attach. I actually don't mind it in this pose. I was kind of like suspect about it. I don't really like the chains and stuff on this thing. But up on the action base, it looks really cool. So I think with the beam Zamba and the Buster gun out, that would actually look really awesome. Here he is with the Shot Lancer. As much as I love the Shot Lancer, oh my god, this thing drove me to insanity when I was trying to pose it. I don't know what to say. I just could not get it to stay in the arm. I'm going to paint it, see if that tightens it up. Otherwise, I do want to display it with the Shot Lancer. I love it. I think I'm going to have to glue it in. Beam Shield, love it or leave it. Not a fan. Like I said with my Seed reviews, they come with it and I really don't dig it. I'd prefer to use the beam effect for punching, a hole in something. Okie dokie, here he is with the beam sabers. So they're the two they pop out from, and I had to use tweezers, but if you got really long nails, I guess, you can just pull them out and they come through and then you push them back into the holes above the shoulders there. Pretty simple, you get two with two effect parts. Alright guys, and here he is in a pose using I forgot to say, on the back of the legs you can actually pull out the handles for the, the heat daggers. And then it also clips into the bottom of the foot, so you can kick pose him like that. What can I say? I had to put in a bit of extra effort for this kit and I am going to finish it and repaint the whole thing in a much darker black motif. It's definitely a kit worth buying. Especially if you're a UC fan. I'd prefer the real grade, but that's also 144. For the 1/100 builders, the X1, the X2, you probably can't go wrong, and the X2 Kai actually comes with different stuff again. So if you're a Pirate fan, definitely grab one of these. If you're a UC fan, definitely grab one of these. And if you just love limited edition stuff or P-Bandai, grab one of these. Alright guys, thanks for joining us for this review. Big thanks to Side 7 Exports for supporting the channel. Check out the link to the description below. Leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me what you love about this kit if you didn't like it. What were your problems? And we'll discuss it in the comments below. Keep building. Bye bye.